Welcome back to Run of Show, where we highlight the people and moments behind impactful events. Today, I'm joined by Crystal Duncan, owner of Pensacola Better Bodies and the newly opened Elite Veteran Evaluations. Crystal recently celebrated the grand opening of EVE, located right next door to Pensacola Better Bodies, and the community showed up in a really big way to support the launch. We're talking about what went into opening a new space, how she approached the grand opening as an event, and what she learned through the process as a business owner expanding with purpose. And a special thank you to this season's title sponsor, Roxy, and her band, Password Reset. Her company, Crystal Soundstage Productions, is your go-to for live sound, production support, and creating unforgettable experiences at your events. I appreciate you so much. Let's jump in. First, I wanted to thank you for being on the podcast. I've been chasing you down. I know you've been super busy.
Yeah, life's been a little hectic, a little crazy between two businesses and then hopefully a third starting up.
A third starting up?
Yeah,
okay,
I'm crazy.
We'll get to that. You are crazy. Yeah,
I'm crazy.
But I feel that. So I want to get to know a little bit more about you. I know we've hung out a lot, you know, we're with the chamber together, but tell me a little bit more about you personally. Like, are you a Pensacola native?
So no, I'm originally from Birmingham, Alabama. I don't know if you can tell that in my nice little Southern accent. It's not as bad as what it used to be. Originally from Birmingham, grew up there. My husband and I and our kids moved to the Gulf Coast area about 6.5 years ago.
Okay. Pensacola first? Or
we lived in Foley, Alberta, Gulf Shores area first until about 2.5 years ago. We moved over to Pace, Pensacola area. I started my original business, Pensacola Better Bodies, in 2021, the year after COVID. Oh. And then, I was already doing the veteran stuff within that setting. And then I decided to spin that off and make it its own separate thing because it was... it's busy enough to be its own thing. So we started that, formed the LLC for that last year.
What made you choose Pensacola after moving around?
So one, as a nurse practitioner, Florida affords me more autonomy to be able to practice versus Alabama. Alabama has extraordinarily restrictive practices for nurse practitioners versus Florida that's why you see a lot of direct primary cares and those types of things that are owned and operated by nurse practitioners because nurse practitioners in the state of Florida are autonomous. Oh. There's no state income tax here.
Right.
There's no grocery tax here. Right. So when we opened Pensacola Better Bodies, it made sense to open it in Florida, but I was still living in Alabama trying to run a Florida business. Oh, gosh. So we decided to pack it up out of Alabama and move on over to Florida. But Pensacola, we absolutely love living here.
So who's we?
Me and my husband Justin, my daughter Hannah, and then my son Eli. So we love living here. There's so much to do. Mm-hmm. I love just the downtown area. I love being a hop, skip, and a jump from the beach. Mm-hmm. Can just go anytime you want. Yeah. You might be 5 minutes from everything, but you don't feel like you're in the thick of everything.
Right. Yeah. It's a big small town.
It really is. Yeah. It's got a small town feel to it for sure, but there's so much to do.
There is.
Yeah.
And location, so you've got the beach right there. You've got the woods if you want to go out camping. And then you've got, for a city, you've got Mobile, and then we're not far from New Orleans. No. You've got an international airport. Yep. I would tell people to come here, but don't.
Yeah.
But don't come here. It's terrible. You'll hate it.
You'll hate it here. Don't come here ever.
Right. So your husband, though, I'd like to talk about you personally and then your business, but that's really combined because he works with you.
Yes.
Yeah. Has he worked with you always?
No. 2022, when we got the space next door. So he came on board with me and he was working my front desk and answering the phones because I was by myself. Right. And when we got into a much larger space, a 1,200 square foot space, I couldn't answer phones and see patients and greet people all at the same time. So it made sense for him to come on board with me. And then now he functions as the clinic director. So,
and now you have a whole team.
We have a whole team.
It started out with you and then your husband, and now you've got 2 businesses.
Correct.
With staff.
Yeah.
How do you feel about that?
I don't know.
Does it blow your mind? You're like, oh,
it does because I feel like it was just kind of like, I accidentally built not just one business, but two businesses. And it's like, okay, all right. Well, we're going to keep rolling, keep trucking along and see how things go.
But see, you love what you do. I mean, that's the big difference.
Yeah.
You know, you can grow a business, but you don't want it to be that 4-letter word, work.
Right.
Right.
Right. I mean, it can get that way for sure at times, but then I have to remember like why I'm doing what I'm doing, or I'll have a patient or a veteran that'll come through that just really reminds me why I'm doing what I'm doing. So it's rewarding work for sure. What
got you into veterans specifically? You have veterans in your family?
No. Well, I mean, yes and no. I've got like grandparents and like great uncles and all that kind of stuff. My brother-in-law is military as well, but that really wasn't it. People assume that I'm military because I know enough about the system to be a little dangerous, but I've never served. Maybe it's also just a more direct demeanor that I have, but I've never served. So what got me into veteran stuff? We had moved down here, remember, 6.5 years ago. I was working a job where I was doing home health. So I was going into people's homes and I was doing evaluations on behalf of Medicare, Medicaid, to just evaluate their current state of health, evaluate essentially glorified fact checker, see what their medicines were, do a brief assessment. Essentially, it was Medicare's way of seeing what the cost of this individual was going to be for the year based off of their current health.
Right.
So that's what I was doing. I had no intentions of finding another job because I was making fabulous money and I got to travel all over the place. So, I mean, going into people's homes was a little sketchy sometimes, but I got chiggers one time from somebody's house.
What?
Yeah. Oh, no. It's okay though. Look, we're fine. Just makes me itch even thinking about it. It's like, but I had gotten an invitation. I got an email to apply for a job and I was like, sure, you know what? Why not? And it was in Pensacola. And I had no clue what this job was, went for the interview because I was just like, you know what? The idea of having a stable place to go every single day was very appealing. And so this would be a new startup office. I went and interviewed and they said, hey, we're doing CNP exams for veterans. And I was
What's CNP?
I says the exact same thing. That's exactly what I said. What is CNP? Compensation and pension exams. So disability examinations for veterans.
Okay.
So I was like, well, I've never done this before. I said, are there forms to fill out? He said, yep. And I was like, all right, well, cool. Sounds like a great job. It took me about 6 months to really understand what it was that I was doing. And once I understood the system and kind of how it worked, it took off from there. So I was actually working as a contractor.
Okay.
So that's what got me involved. I was working for at the time, 3 of the largest contractors that were contracted with the VA for these exams. I don't want to mention names.
Right, yeah.
And you can look them up. It's not anything nefarious, but I just don't want to mention anything in case, advertisement, whatever. So I would say probably a year or so, year and a half into it, really got tired of the butts and seats mentality of just moving through as many veterans as they possibly could, not giving you the amount of time that was necessary to be able to really formulate an opinion and to help them. Right, to really truly evaluate their current state, look through their extensive medical records, and then formulate an opinion. I just really got tired of that. And then, of course, with COVID, all that, I was furloughed for 3.5 months. Yeah, the other big C. Yeah, I was furloughed for 3.5 months during COVID, and that only strengthened my resolve to start my own business because I said I don't ever want to be told that I can't work again.
Right. Yeah.
So here we are.
Absolutely. And it's and I love this space too.
Yes.
I mean, the decorating.
Thank you.
But I wanted to tell people, Highland cows. I love your Highland cows. Every time, and my mother, if you tell my mother you like something, she's collecting it for you.
Nice.
And then she brings you 20 that you don't want that many.
Right.
And so when I see something, I think, I should buy this. No. No,
we don't have to collect all the things.
Right. But I love Highland cows. I have one.
I love that. Yeah. My office next door has a bunch of the Highland cows in them. It's just a theme. It was just funny. Here in this space, I want more green tones, wood tones, those types of things. Right. Almost, I don't want to say more of a masculine vibe. I feel like it's neutral. I have no idea. I don't know what you would call it.
Yeah.
I like the plants.
Right. Oh, yeah.
I like the
love
green, the
plants.
browns. I'd eventually like to have some leather chairs, but we'll get there.
Right. Those club chairs that you see. I love that vibe.
Yep.
Yeah. And Hero Man. Is that what it's called? The plant company here is Hero Man?
Oh, I don't know.
Yes. They do the plants at the chamber office.
Oh.
Yes. So I was like, whenever I get to that point and I can hire out plant people.
I was about to say, I'll kill a plant. Those are fake.
Well, yeah, my plants, I'm surprised they're still alive. I mean, it's not me. It must be the building. But Hero Man, I think is the name of the company. They will come and do all of the plants in your office. They'll come take care of them.
Wow.
Yeah.
Well, that's good to know in the event that we ever have live plants.
Right.
Yeah. Because fake plants do get expensive.
They do.
Even though you don't have to do anything to keep them alive.
Right. But you have to clean them.
You have to clean them.
That's still another thing. You still got to take care of them.
That's true. That's accurate. So
I want to talk a little bit about your grand opening. That's what I was, Run of Show is all about behind the scenes of the event industry. And we talked a little bit about how you had one grand opening that didn't go so well. And then this one I heard went really well. Yeah. I'm so sorry I couldn't make it.
It's okay.
So tell me first about the first one, how it didn't go well.
Yeah. So even though Pensacola Better Bodies had already existed, when we first joined the chamber, we decided to do the formal ribbon cutting with the grand opening. And I mean, a handful of people showed up. I spent a significant amount of money on decor, on food, just those types of things for like maybe 5 or 6 people to show up. And most of those people were chamber ambassadors.
Besides the chamber, did you advertise it? Were you telling people?
Yes, we did. We actually advertised with a local news agency, did email, what are they called? Where that particular agency did email marketing for us. We advertised and marketed to our current clientele. And I don't know where the failure was on that. I have no idea.
Right.
I don't know what went wrong with it. We, of course, with any business like what we do, a grand opening, we want to try to garner some business off of that, get some clientele off of that, because it's, return on investment. We had several vendors that we brought in for that grand opening, and I felt like they did well.
Yeah.
But trying to get those vendors in, the people that were coming to see them were coming to see them.
Right.
They just came in, bought whatever it was from that vendor, and then left and didn't, got a mimosa and then headed out the door.
Right.
So
mimosas?
Yeah, we did. Girl, we had mimosas. We had we got Gray's Craze, did some beautiful charcuterie boards for us. We had, oh my gosh, I can't remember the name of the people that do the permanent jewelry. I can't remember their names to save my life right now, but they had permanent jewelry. We had Wonder Wisps that came in and did, they had their own little table set up. Sonia Faye's Botanicals came in, set up shop there. We even had one of our reps for, one of the devices that we have came in and just kind of set up a place where he could talk to people about some of the more aesthetics types things that we do next door. It just, it just kind of fell flat. So I don't know what went wrong with that one. I have no idea.
But in comparison, this one.
Yeah. This space for Elite Veteran Evaluations, the grand opening for that, it wasn't even a ribbon cutting. It was just a grand opening. Went fabulously. We probably had, I'd say at least 30 people, if not more, in a 1,200 square foot space. Right. This room being the largest of the rooms, I didn't spend nearly as much money. And I think for me, I think I can pinpoint it. The difference between, I think, the grand opening for Pensacola Better Bodies and the grand opening here, I wasn't trying to garner business here. I was just letting people know I exist and celebrating the grand opening with my friends.
Right.
So, however, I have gotten a few clientele off of that grand opening. Also think it's just a completely different business. It's health and wellness next door. It's veterans here.
Don't you? It was 6 years ago that you opened Pensacola Better Bodies, and now you're opening this. But now, you've been here for that long, so you're more known in the community. More
established, yeah.
Right, you're more established, and people know how great you are, and so they want to come and support you. Like I said, I hate that I had to miss it.
It's fun.
But so that, I think that, do you think that's one of the contributing factors, is that more people already knew you?
Yeah, I think so. We'd through the chamber and lots of other networking events that we attend, we've forged some friendships, as well as just business referral relationships. So because of that, we've had a lot more support, I think, with elite veteran evaluations. And secondarily now, even Pensacola Better Bodies, I mean, it's crossed over even into there. Right, yeah. But yeah, I think that was a difference. Time was on our side. When we did the grand opening for Pensacola Better Bodies, I think we had only been in business maybe 2 years-ish versus, we've been in business now for 5 years, not 6.5, but 5 years. And elite veteran evaluations, we've been trying to get word going on that for at least the last year.
Right. So you were doing all of this still while you
Correct.
had Pensacola Better
Yeah,
Bodies.
I've been doing veteran private disability exams for veterans for 5 years. And then I was a contractor for 1.5 years before I opened my own business. But I've been doing it.
There's definitely a need for it.
100%.
This area, we have 3 bases?
Yeah, I mean, we've got a ton of military installations around us. It's not just local. I've got people that come from all over the United States. I even had one guy from Korea.
Really?
Yes.
Yeah, because you're that good.
I mean, apparently, word's gotten out, which is fabulous. It's created a little bit of a bottleneck for me, not going to lie, but that's okay.
Right. Too much work is a good problem
It is a good problem to have. Yeah. And one thing I've always said, and I tell the veterans when they come in, it is going to take some time because it is still... I mean, it's me. I do have an assistant now that is helping me with research. Thank God for her. We will continue to expand, but, I'm still the primary one putting everything together, and I refuse to compromise on the quality. Right. And quality takes time. You can go to any of these large online companies and they can get stuff turned around for you in no time, but you're not going to have a quality product at the end of the day.
And then long term for that, if your clients build relationships with you, and so them, it's not, and then they're not having to repeat themselves again to a new person.
Exactly.
So that's really great. Now, like I said, the podcast is focused on events, and I'm talking about just events like ribbon cuttings. You were just telling me that you have this challenge that you're going to be doing.
Oh yeah, my fitness challenge.
Yes,
so
because I want to get involved with that.
Yeah.
I need help.
Yep.
Now, the more I'm on camera, the more I realize, you know what?
You know what? The camera is not kind to anyone. And I'm really not looking forward to go back and looking at this. One, because I sound like cornbread. And then 2, I'm country. I sound like cornbread. And then 2, whatever's happening in this little area right here. So we're going to pretend like it doesn't exist. So backing all the way up from my fitness journey, one of the reasons why I opened Pensacola Better Bodies and weight loss is because I myself have struggled with weight my entire life. I know it doesn't look like it right now, but at my heaviest, just after COVID, I was about 200 pounds and I'm 5 foot even.
Oh my goodness.
Yes, ma'am. So I decided it's hard to look back at older pictures and go, wow, I was very unhealthy. I didn't feel well. I wasn't well mentally.
You think COVID was a contributing factor to that?
I was overweight before COVID, but COVID made it worse because I had 3.5 months at home. I had 3.5 months at home to do nothing but worry and eat. And I have a very anxious personality anyway. So I worried and I ate and worried and ate. And it wasn't like the greatest foods because, convenience foods are cheaper than healthy foods. Plus, remember during COVID, what happened at the grocery stores?
Oh, right. Yeah.
There wasn't hardly anything there anymore. Forget fresh fruits and vegetables.
At home. The restaurants aren't open.
Exactly. Yeah. So it was convenience foods, snack foods, those types of things. So started my journey. I've lost 75, 80 pounds. Wow. So of course the holidays came on, and
I like cake.
I love holiday foods. So gained a few pounds over the holidays, which not a big deal. In the before time, I would have freaked out about it. Now I'm just like, it'll be gone in a month or so. I have most of my weight I lost on my own. The last probably 20 to 30 was with the assistance of GLP-1 medications as well as exercise. I have not exercised as much as what I need to. So part of my fitness journey for 2026 is I'm going to post a video just being transparent and real with what my body looks like post weight loss. And maybe not in the greatest shape. So while yes, I've lost 75 to 80 pounds, I'm still technically overweight because I've got more body fat than I do skeletal muscle mass.
Right.
So I'm getting ready to post a video about that, just so people can follow along. If I have all 5 of my people that like my posts at any given time and give me a thumbs up, it'll make me happy. That's fine. Not doing it. Well, thank you. I'm not doing it to try to be any type of influencer or anything like that. It's literally just so that my patients, my friends, my family can see that I'm doing this right along with you.
Right.
If I can do it, you can do it.
We're in the struggle
because I am lazy when it comes to working out. I am lazy.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna lie. I'm not lazy in my work. I'm lazy in wanting to go work out because I will give everything I've got here. Then I'm gonna go home and I'm gonna sit. I'm just gonna sit in my comfy clothes because I'm done for the day. Like mentally, I'm done for the day, and the thought of like going to the gym is just a little bit too much. So, gonna make myself. So I'm gonna be that person that's in the gym in January, and there's nothing wrong with that if you're that person.
Right.
Just so you know.
Yeah, and what they say, 20 days to form a habit.
Something like that,
Make it around 20 days or a month. Give yourself.
Yeah, I was in the gym religiously for like a year and a half. I mean, I was going 3 and 4 days a week without fail, getting up at 4 o'clock in the morning. Yeah. And then it's like one day I slept and said, I like this way more. I like sleeping.
Yeah, it's so easy. Which I think that's good to do a challenge in front of other people because it holds you a little more accountable.
Correct.
It makes those days that you want to sleep in, you're like, no, wait, my friends are waiting to see what's going on.
I only want to check in like once a month. I don't want to do weekly check-ins because I feel like there's so many micro changes that can happen from week to week. You're not going to see it. I'm not going to see it. They're not going to see it. Whereas if we do it, 4 weeks apart or on the same day every month, you'll be able to actually see changes. The fitness challenge is not for me to get skinny. I'm not trying to get skinny. I'm trying to build metabolic health.
Yes.
I'm trying to be healthy in my elder years because let's face it, at nearly 42 years old, I'm not getting any younger, right? And I want to be able to squat and pick up my grandkids one day.
Yes.
Right? Like I want to be able to get up off the floor if I fall down.
Yes. It's easy to get down. It's not so easy to get back
up.
Up.
Well, and people don't realize that. I mean, when you're 20 and 30, you want to look great. When you're 40s, 50s, 60s plus, it's not about looking great. Yeah, that's a great side effect. It's about being able to be physically fit enough to function and to keep yourself from breaking your hip, to keep you from going into the nursing home, to keep yourself from dying in a hospital.
About mobility.
Because you can be mobile. Exactly. And if you're mobile, if you're moving, if you're building skeletal muscle mass, you're protecting your bones. If you are, if you're moving, you're also moving your mind. You're less likely to lose your mind in your elder years. Yeah. So, definitely want to make sure that I'm strong and healthy as I continue to age.
Yeah. Well, that's me. When I was younger, I was skinny, I was strong, I was fast just because I was young. And now that I'm older, I think I've taken that for granted. And I've been told before, the longer you wait to get started, the harder it's going to be.
I would agree with that. I actually wasn't an active young person. I mean, I was in marching band, which I would consider, I'm going to nerd out on marching band. I would consider that to be very, very active. It was physically strenuous, depending on which instrument you play, holding the instrument, there's certain movements, sitting completely still, rigid. That's, every muscle in your body is tight. Me being a teensy-tiny person, and for some reason, I think my band director, and he may see this, Mr. Caldwell, looking at you. Some reason I would always end up having to sprint across the field. Everybody else is like, these 6 foot tall people are taking these tiny little steps, and I'm like, booking it across the field. So, I mean, I stayed naturally thin in my high school days. And then once that was over is when my weight gain started.
Right.
Because I wasn't active anymore. Yeah. I never worked out as a teenager. I never worked out as a young adult. Like those weren't things that I did. I was in my 30s before I finally started having any type of physical activity.
Right. Yeah. Yeah. I've tried to join a gym a couple of times.
I did that too.
About band. My youngest, I have 4 girls, which is another reason why I have this weight in the middle. 4 girls. And my youngest, she's in band. She's in marching band, concert, and indoor percussion.
Love it.
All of it. But she had a GoPro on her head one time when she was out on the field. They on, and she's, with the saxophone, this angle the whole time, standing rigid.
Yes.
And she's having to remember her choreography, be aware of the people around her, remember her stance, remember the music. And I'm like, that is just...
It's a lot.
It is a lot.
It really is. I love that like technology has advanced to the point where you can see like that point of view from the person that's on the field. Because, that didn't exist. That didn't exist in my day, Sonny. So, I mean, it didn't exist. when I was young. I mean, cell phones were just coming about when I was in high school. So, you know, the technology of having a camera with you all the time, a GoPro, anything like that. I mean, we still have the freaking camcorders that you held on your shoulder.
Yes, my dad
So, you know, good luck trying to film what you were doing there. Now you've got, you know, meta glasses and all that fun kind of stuff. So
in-ear translators, I want one of those so bad.
Oh, yeah. That would be nice to have. That would be nice to have. But yeah, I mean, it's, you know, I wasn't active. So I think inspiring other people to be active, even if they haven't been previously, is part of that challenge as well. Just letting other people know that it's okay to start from day one. You're not going to be perfect. I mean, I think in the world of influencers that we have now, I've been seeing kind of this de-influencing transition or the trend that's been going on now where people are like, hey, it's okay to be normal. Like it's okay to start from day one. It's okay to get in the gym in January. It's okay to only go to the gym 2 or 3 days a week. It's okay to walk on the treadmill if that's all that you do on the gym.
Yeah,
my gosh, that's one thing I tell my clients all the time is something as easy as a weighted vest. Just putting a weighted vest on and going for a walk. You're going to build resistance by doing that.
Yeah.
Just that simple movement alone.
Simple. Just move.
Just move. Move in some way. Just move.
That's what I tell my dad. He lives in a condo on the water. And I said, Daddy, just walk down to the pier. Walk to the end of the pier and back. Once or twice a day. Yeah. I mean, come on. Just move.
Doesn't take much.
He says, I get outside. I sit on my balcony.
No.
That's not what
No. Walk down and then come back and sit at your balcony.
Yeah.
Perfect. Yeah. I get that.
Oh, but speaking of shout, real quick, my daughter, like she's in man and she does all the things. She has a slight birth defect in her spine.
Wow.
And so she sees the chiropractor twice a month. So I want to give a shout out to Dr. Renfro, who is amazing. I had a car accident several years back and that's how I found him. And I had never been to a chiropractor and now I'm just like, oh my God. Pop me, break me.
I know, it's so good. It's so good.
If you've never been to a chiropractor, oh my gosh.
I was always scared to go, and then I finally went.
Yeah.
And I was like, oh.
It is amazing. It is amazing.
So good.
I mean, like
to have all that release.
Oh, yeah. Especially, like, I get this terrible misalignment, I guess, because of my wreck, and I ruptured a disc and all these things. He'll get back there, and he'll be like, oh my God, what's that bone in your neck? And he'll pop, and I'm like, am I dead? No. Thank you so much for listening to this episode of Run of Show. A special thank you again to this season's title sponsor, Roxy, her band Password Reset, and her company, Crystal Soundstage Productions, the team you can count on for live sound, production support, and unforgettable experiences at your events. You can find Run of Show on all your favorite podcast platforms. Be sure to like, subscribe, and share. It truly helps the show grow. Now, let's get back to our conversation with Crystal. It's so good. Yeah. Okay, so tell us what is the best way to get a hold of you for both sides?
For both sides. Okay. So, I'm going to be here most days. So Tuesday through Friday, 9 a.m. to 6 p.m. I'm going to be in one of these two spaces. I'm either going to be in Suite B or Suite C. Right. One of these places is going to happen. For Pensacola Better Bodies, you can go to pensacolabetterbodies.com. You can give us a call, 850-332-6523. You can always just pop in too. For Elite Veteran Evaluations, you can go to eliteveteranevals.com. And I'm going to have to look at the door for my phone number because I can't remember it. It's 850-299-9986.
And we'll put all that in the show notes.
Please do. Yeah, because the number's relatively new because we have, like I said, previously been functioning out of Pensacola Better Bodies. And actually tomorrow, Tuesday the 6th, is that the 6th? We'll be fully functioning here.
Awesome.
So even though we've had the grand opening, the space is now finally fully functional because my assistant is now fully trained. You'll be seeing Leanne's beautiful face when you walk through the door. Her sweet Southern accent on the phone. So she's actually Leanne, my assistant. I've known her for quite some time. When I was in nurse practitioner school, she was one of the medical assistants at the clinic that I was at.
Cool.
So, and her husband just recently moved down here.
That's awesome.
Fortunately, it was at just the exact right time that I needed some assistance.
Right.
So, very excited
because you're doing good things, and the universe is there to help you.
And her husband's a veteran as well. So she is very passionate about making sure that our veterans here locally are taken care of. It's been a fun little journey for Elite Veteran Evaluations.
Yeah.
My tiny little My little business is growing.
Big and strong.
Yes,
big
it
and
is.
Strong. Yeah. And you'll have to sometime on your Facebook or whatever, give us a tour of the space after you get it decorated.
After we get everything fully set up. We actually, and it's behind camera, but the big blank wall that you see there, we want that to become the winning wall.
Oh.
And so there will be some representation for every case won that's there. And it won't have any identifying factors or anything along those lines, but it'll be, basically, I would like for it to be like big gold stars.
Right.
Just kind of tacked up there for every win that we have, just to show people that it is possible. Because one of the things that I love about elite veteran evaluations is when a veteran walks through the door, 9 times out of 10, they are very hesitant. They're a little dejected because they've been chewed up and spit out by the system so many times, or maybe they've tried and failed on their own to get the benefits that they deserve, or to get the disability benefits that they deserve. And in a great majority of cases, we're able to kind of disarm them a little bit because we aren't a contract company.
Right.
We're a private company. You come to see us, you're going to get real people who actually care about your case. And then just seeing the smiles on their face, celebrating their wins with them, it's amazing. People that, I mean, gosh, I've been able to take from 0 to 100%, or people that even just need that last little bit, or people that have been fighting the VA for 35 years that we've finally been able to get them awarded the benefits that they deserve. Yeah. So it's incredibly rewarding work. And I want to, one, be reminded of that every time I walk through the office. And then two, I want other veterans to see that it is also possible for them.
Absolutely.
It's possible for them.
I love it. So what words of wisdom would you like to leave our listeners with?
Oh, gosh. Is there anything in particular? Any words of wisdom whatsoever?
Words of wisdom.
I guess the words of wisdom I would leave is love what you do and you'll never work. I know that that's like so cliche, but truly love what you do. It's hard to, if it's difficult for you to separate who you are from who your business is, I would say you probably love what you do.
Right.
And I know that there's people that are probably like, that's not a good philosophy to have, but I'm going to be honest with you. That's why my businesses have been successful. It's because my businesses are me. Yeah. It's me in
and they
in a
say,
building.
Do what you love and you'll never work a day in your life.
Yep.
And I believe that.
Yeah, absolutely. I completely agree. Because that's how I feel about it. And I do 2 things that I love very much. And then there's a third on the way.
Hey, I can't wait. We'll get back to that.
We'll get back to that one. We'll get back to that.
Have you on the podcast again.
Exactly.
All right. Thank you so much for being on the podcast.
Awesome. Thank you, Tanya. I appreciate you.